back. Summertime for many children across the Mid-South means long days outside in parks, at pools, and of course on the playgrounds. But as children begin to spend more time outside, health experts say it's important to keep an eye on kids and watch for serious warning signs that could lead to a hospital visit. Dr. Rudy Kink, a pediatric emergency medicine specialist at Le Bonheur Children's Hospital, shares tips for keeping kids safe this summer break. Dr. Kink, welcome back to the News at 3. Good to see you as always. How have you been?
Been great. Thanks for having me. How are you?
Doing very well, especially with you being here.
Perfect. Thank you.
Let's start off. You say to keep a very watchful eye on kids and catch serious warning signs before any activity. What do you talk about here?
So when you look at kids, I put them into 3 categories.
Okay.
So the infants, the toddlers, and the teenagers.
Okay.
Each of them are a little more vulnerable. So when you look at an infant, they can't move around as much. So heat can affect them a little bit more.
Gotcha.
Children with special needs who are wheelchair bound are also at an increased risk. So you got to watch them for that. Toddlers will play until they get to the point of exhaustion. So you want to keep an eye on them, making sure they take frequent breaks. Teenagers, they do a pretty good job, but sometimes when they're doing these sports practicing, they may push themselves a little too hard.
Because what teenagers a lot of times they think, as we all did at one point in time, that they're invincible. Is that the case though?
Yes, it is. Mostly when they're doing sports, because they want to outdo others and they're competing, and they may not truly feel completely dehydrated, and they may think they're drinking enough fluids, but they're truly not.
So who needs to keep a watch on them? Again, you want especially our teenagers to feel, empowered anyway, but parents need to be very mindful of what's going on?
Yeah, they need to be mindful. They need to talk to them, see how much they're drinking, how often they're using the restroom. Coaches need to be mindful of them when they're out there doing practices and things like that.
What about for this time of year, especially we have so many kids who want to be outside almost 24/7 if they could. Mornings, evenings, what's the best time to actually be out there, doctor?
I would say in the morning or in the evening. So usually 11 to about 5 p.m. is the hottest part of the day. 11 to 1 when the sun is up, it's really hot, but don't negate that the heat from the asphalt, concrete, things like that is still radiating from the ground up until 5 p.m. So in the morning or in the evening, it's probably the best time to be out there when it gets really hot.
When you were talking about those, especially those kind of 3 various categories for kids, do they affect kids of different ages differently when they're outdoors a long time?
Yeah, just imagine like an infant not able to really move and get moving around. Usually the way the body works, so when you get hot, you sweat, and then the air outside will kind of go across your skin to kind of cool you off. Infants don't get that opportunity to move around as much. Toddlers may play, even though they're sweating, their face gets beet red. They just don't understand the effects until it's too late, until they get too hot. And so that's why as a parent or a teacher, if you're at summer camp, you really got to make sure they're drinking and taking frequent breaks, seeking shelter under the shade. Usually what I recommend is during the day, in the mornings, be outside, play. In the afternoon or during the midday, do some indoor activities. Or if you're outside, do water activities. Have fun.
Doctor, what about some of that own advice that you use yourself for your own family? What do you say to them? Because you'll have parents, other folks, grandparents, godparents watching, listening right now. What do you say to your own kids?
So I do the same. And my wife is a big proponent that when we're out there and we watch the heat index, in the sense that if we're out there playing, we have to, every 15 minutes, we take a 5-minute break. We come inside, we either take some Popeyes or some of the ice cream and just have a break. Do water balloons and just kind of cool off. But usually we try to do that in the evenings, and just let the kids sleep in a little bit, do some day activities in the house, and then in the afternoons, that's when we kind of go out and play.
Right. When we have weather like we're about to have, when those temperatures really start warming up like they typically do here in Memphis in the Mid-South, what do you normally see or hate to see at Le Bonheur? Do you have a lot of kids coming in as patients because of the weather or just being outside too long?
We do. We get kids of all ages. Either they've been outside and they were just running around, they're dehydrated. We get the teenagers that are not only practicing, but are doing lawn jobs and things like that. So they'll need to come in and get some fluids. And when it gets really hot, the number one thing I always want to tell parents and out there is be mindful about keeping kids in cars. Do not leave a kid unattended in a car, ever. It just gets so hot.
Yes,
And
we've had situations like that, unfortunately, here in Memphis in the Mid-South. But again, this time of year especially.
Especially dogs and kids, animals, do not leave them in a car. It can heat up quickly with the windows down or even up. It can still get really hot in the Mid-South and inside that temperature.
Always good to have you here. Thank you very much.
Alex.
Good information as always.
All right.
All right, good to see you.
Great.